A worker ant is licking you before you finish hatching. You are not even fully out of the egg, and she is already cleaning you head to abdomen. The cleaning is fast and methodical. It is not gentle, and it is not slow. She has 900 other larvae to get to before the hour is out. You have 30 seconds to smell right and match the colony's unique chemical scent. If your chemical coating does not match, the same workers will carry you to the refuse pile. There is no second check and no warning. You are just discarded onto the pile. But you smell correct, and the worker moves on before you take your first step. For now, you are a larva. You cannot walk, and you cannot see. You simply open your mouth, and the workers feed you day after day. While you eat, the workers are deciding what role you will play in the colony. Not the queen. The queen only lays the eggs. That is her entire job. More food means you will develop into a large, powerful soldier ant. Soldiers have massive jaws that can easily break through a beetle's tough shell. Their heads are wide enough to plug a tunnel entrance when enemies try to break in. They lock themselves in place, holding the gap with their own skulls. Less food, however, means you will develop into a small worker ant. Small and fast, the kind of ants the colony needs in the hundreds of thousands. You receive less food, and then you spin your cocoon to pupate. 2 weeks pass, and you bite through your casing to emerge as an adult. You are soft and pale, still hardening when your first duties begin. You have a job now. You tend the larvae and lick them clean. You feed them from your own stomach and keep them safe from harm. You rotate them toward heat or away from moisture as the chamber shifts. When a larva dies, you carry it away to the refuse chambers. The dead ones are lighter, dried out, and easy to carry. One morning, a worker in the tunnel ahead of you stops walking. She is 5 weeks old, and her life has simply ended mid-step. Another worker picks up the larva without slowing down at all. The fuel runs out, the legs stop, and that is the end. Someone will carry her to the refuse chambers in an hour or two. You are 3 weeks in, and today, the trail splits ahead. A section of tunnel collapsed, but you push into the gap anyway. You drag the larva through sideways, one leg at a time. You come out the other side, beating the detour by 4 minutes. Nobody noticed, but you found the shortcut and use it again. Your assignment changes today. You are now a forager. You come out of the tunnel, and the world is enormous. A pheromone path laid by workers before you guides your steps. Your antennae read the chemical trail, and your legs follow. The trail leads to a dead cricket, a massive food source. You bite in, and your stinger drives burning venom inside. This chemical burns on contact, protecting the colony from predators. It makes every animal in this ecosystem avoid the mound. Your colony has driven deer away from water sources entirely. But today, a massive anteater attacks the colony's home. Fire ants do not flee. They run directly at the threat. You bite and sting, injecting venom into the sensitive skin. 400 workers stinging simultaneously is enough to drive it away. Workers are already repairing the breach, packing soil quickly. The mound is repaired in just 8 minutes. 8 minutes. But a much greater threat is coming from the sky. It has been raining for 6 hours, and water enters. Water floods the entrance tunnels, rushing deep into the nest. Larvae start to float off the flooded chamber floor. Workers grab them immediately as the alarm signal spreads. You grab a larva and run, climbing toward the surface. 50,000 workers are running, escaping the rising flood. You reach the surface, but the water is everywhere. At the surface, workers are already linking their bodies. Mandibles grip legs, and bodies lock onto other bodies. The queen arrives, guided to the safe center of the raft. You set down your larva, and another worker pulls it inward. A worker behind you locks onto your leg, securing you. You grip the worker in front of you. You are on the edge. The water rises, and the entire raft lifts and floats. You are below the waterline, and the cold hits you. Air is trapped between your bodies, and you breathe from it. A fish rises from below, pressing against the raft's edge. Workers sting it immediately, and the predator retreats. Even half submerged, the colony is not something that gets eaten. Hours pass, and the cold works deeper into your body. Finally, the raft catches onto a solid tree root. Workers at the front begin climbing up onto dry ground. You release your grip and pull yourself up, waterlogged. You climb slower than you should, your legs stiff from cold.
The queen is already surrounded by workers scouting for a new site. The moment they find solid ground, they start digging. They dig nursery chambers first, then the queen's room. 3 days after the flood, exhaustion takes its toll, slowing your movement. The cold held too long, and your back legs drag. You carry one last larva to the nursery and stop. Another worker picks you up and carries you to the refuse chamber. You go into the same pile as the others who did not make it. But the trail does not pause. Another egg cracks open.